It's time to harvest the carrots, and I'm going to let this one go, and I'm going to try to harvest some seeds off of it. I've only got 2 of them that are going to seed, looks like. I'm going to let that one grow. Kind of pleasantly surprised by the look of the flowers. Looks like there's quite a bit of ant activity on them. I didn't notice that till just After a while, the flower heads will start to change from looking like this to more like this, and that means they're starting to actually form seeds. As these seed heads start to dry out, they'll kind of change color until they get that really dry, dead look. And I know people save them just like this, but the seeds are actually inside there, and there is a way to get those out, and I'll show you that now. Or you can just save these and throw them in the dirt just as they are. You'll probably get some germination, but if you want to get the seeds separated, I'll show you how I do that. To begin with, the carrot seed heads are looking like this, but we don't really want to have to mess with all these sticks and stuff. So what you can do is just take your thumb and lightly brush across there, and that will dislodge the individual seeds. And then you can just keep doing that until you have them all loose from the seed head. As you can see, they're starting to pile up already. I'll finish doing that. What we're going to do now is separate the seeds from their protective cover. I'll get a few of the individual seeds out here so you can see what they look like. They have like a little husk around them that's got little spikes all over it. We're going to separate that from the seeds. The seed is inside those. What I like to do is just get a handful. Let me back off so you can see better. I get a handful of them, I just rub them between my hands like so. Just keep doing that. And as you do that, you'll start to notice some of the seeds being separated. And it's a little bit time consuming, but just keep repeating that until it looks like most of the seeds are starting to come out of their little holes. Another way I found that you can do it is I have this sifter here that I got from the kitchen gadget department in our local Walmart. You can rub seeds against that, and that will also break them loose. The only problem with this is if you rub too hard, you can damage the seeds. So you need to be a little careful if you decide to try this method. But anyway, you just keep rubbing the seeds until they separate, and then I'll show you the next step. What you'll end up with is your seeds and a bunch of dust and stuff that we don't need. And what you can do is put them in this sifter, kind of slowly go back and forth, shake it around a little bit, and you'll see some of the seeds are starting to fall out. But there is a little dust coming with them. But some of the bigger stuff is staying in this screen. And as you get most of your seeds out, you'll end up with some of your bigger chunks still left in the screen. Then you can use a smaller screen like I've made here. You can make your own, or they have some commercially available ones. So you just put what you had left in the plate after the first screen and just shake it back and forth. And some of your smaller seeds in the dust will go through, but the larger seeds will stay on the screen. Now let's get rid of this dust and the small seeds. I'll show you what we have left. Now that seed is pretty clean. Just using the 2 screens. One was just a sifter I found in the kitchen gadget department, and this screen is just, you can buy it by the roll. I already had some left over from another project, but you can get it like at Lowe's and your home improvement stores. They have it in rolls, but it works real well. As you can see, you know, I've got some pretty clean carrot seed just in a short amount of time. There is one more method that you can use that doesn't involve a screen. I'll show you that now. I went ahead and reduced a couple more seed heads down to the seed and dust mixture. Then you can just dump that onto a cookie sheet or tray or something like that. And if you get them all down to one end, just gradually move that down to the other end. And on this end, you'll notice that there's dust. Just blow that away. I would normally do that outside, but I'm just going to show you how to do that a couple of times. You can see most of that, after you shift it down to one end, will be dust, and you can just blow that away and keep repeating that process. To me, it's a little more trouble than the screens, but if you don't want to mess with the screens, that's one other option. Okay, I took this outside to finish the technique I just showed you with blowing the dust off, but as luck would have it, it's kind of breezy out today, so instead of having to do it myself, I let Mother Nature do it, and the wind blew the dust off just by me bouncing the seeds up and down like so. And it did a pretty good job. As you can see, that's mostly seeds with very little dust. But that's one other option. For me though, I think the screen seems to be about as easy as anything. Okay, as you can see from the trees, it's pretty breezy out. I thought I'd let you see this technique in action. This is just a big pile of dust and seeds. I'm kind of sheltered by the garage right behind me, but it's still kind of breezy. I'm just bouncing this up and down and it's blowing a lot of that dust away. You can't bounce it up in the air too high or you'll lose your seeds. But you can see in just a few seconds I have mostly seeds. It works real good. I can do it a lot better with using 2 hands, but I thought I'd show you how well it works.